Coming up on this week's Falcon Fever, wet weather wreaks havoc on the baseball team's schedule, but the guys are back on the diamond. Hear what members of the team think about the season so far.
And the tennis team hit the road for some non-conference matchups. We'll tell you how they did.
Plus, Jolyn Hanna introduces us to our new player of the week. Falcon Fever starts now. Hello and welcome to this edition of Falcon Fever. I'm Michael Artris.
And I'm Chloe Allen. Thanks so much for joining us. Let's kick things off with a trip to the Diamond. The Montevallo baseball team started a week-long homestand with a late-night game against the North Alabama Lions. The Falcons fell behind early, but a home run from sophomore Zach Willoughby in the fourth inning gave the team life, powering a big comeback win to win 10-5. Falcon Fever correspondent Sydney Fields talked with sophomore Cody White about how it felt to get a big win against tough competition.
Close games are always fun, but to play somebody that's really good like North Alabama and then beat them 10-5, it makes for a good time.
After a severe weather warning delayed Game 1, UM's baseball team looked to defend home turf against UNC Pembroke. The Falcons hosted UNC Pembroke Braves earlier this week for a 3-game series. On February 23rd, the two teams met, and Montevallo jumped to an early 2-0 lead in the first inning, but that's all the Falcons would manage. Pembroke took the game, won with a score of 6-2. The following day, the two teams met again. Late in the game, UM sophomore Zach Willoughby doubled to bring in 2 runs, giving the Falcons a 6-5 win. Later that day, the teams faced off in the deciding match. That game went into extra innings. The Falcons held Pembroke scoreless in the 10th inning, and senior Andrew Hill singled to the left field, driving in a walk-off run to win the game for UM 7-6.
So how do members of the baseball team feel that this season is shaping up?
Falcon Fever's Raisha Albright caught up with a few of the players to talk about the team's strengths and weaknesses.
The University of Montevallo baseball team started their season on February 1st with a win against St. Leo. Vinny Rodriguez has been on the baseball team for 3 years and thinks the team has played well so far, but can also be improved.
We've played pretty well. We've competed for the most part. I think one of the main things we just need to know is to keep our drive up and our hunger to win. Come out every day on a consistent basis, wanting to win. Main things that I'm concerned about is just our consistency as far as coming out to practice, wanting to get better every day. It's not about, wanting to win, because everybody wants to win, but what are you willing to do to prepare to do that?
Will Farmer thinks that the team has done well so far this season, and his ultimate goal is to make it to the PBC tournament.
The team's played really well so far. From last year, we've made improvements in pitching, and offensively, we look pretty good, so I think that we're going to have a pretty good year this year. Just to win a national championship and get to, as long as we can make the conference tournament, that's all we really need.
Austin Doverly thinks offense can be improved.
Pitching has been phenomenal, and our defense has been phenomenal, but our offense hasn't always helped pitchers out, so we can definitely swing the bats a little bit better.
Now, during Showtime this Wednesday, the team was taking on Trevecca Nazarene with some very special fans in the crowd.
I got to catch up with the Grandparents Club as they cheered on the Falcons.
All right, well, who are y'all cheering for today?
We're cheering for the Falcons at mostly 36, Vinny Rodriguez.
Yes. What is your favorite memory of Vinny growing up? Anything in particular?
Oh, my goodness. There's so many. I kept him when he was little, and then he grew. I don't know. There's just too many. Have you got one?
He didn't start playing baseball until he came down to Alabama. He was born in Michigan and then moved down here when he was about 7, and that's when he started playing baseball. Never played it up in Michigan. Played soccer, so it was kind of interesting.
So he's been very athletic.
Yes, he is.
Awesome.
Yes, he is.
That's good.
He was our first grandchild and our first boy.
Do y'all think that the Falcons are going to pull it out the way they've been playing?
I think they
Yes,
will.
yes.
And I think they'll make the playoffs again this year. So
Okay.
we're excited.
Yes.
Is there anyone you'd like to say hello to?
Just Vinny. Hi, Vinny.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, Who are y'all cheering for today?
We are cheering for Zach Willoughby. He's our grandson. And, of course, the whole Falcon team. We love them all.
What is y'all's favorite memory of Vinny growing up?
He was our first grandson. And he loved baseball from the time he could sit along. He was holding a baseball. So he's always played ball. We just have a lot of fun memories with him. He's just the apple of his mama's eye, and we think he is the greatest. We love him so much.
What was Zach's favorite baseball team growing up?
The Braves. He enjoyed watching the Braves. Yeah, and he played all 3 sports. He played some basketball too, so he was always very athletic, but always a very good student. Always made good grades, and always a very, very good boy.
That's good. Would y'all like to say hello to the family back home and Zach?
Oh yes, we'd love to say hey Zach, and hey to Shane and Lisa. His mom and dad couldn't be here today, but
cheering for the Falcons, but also Jeremy Hyde, number 12.
What is your favorite memory of Jeremy growing up?
Growing up is going to all of his games because he played all 3 sports, basketball, baseball, and football in high school. But we're glad to have him here in Montevallo also.
That's very good. That's very good. Do you think that the Falcons will pull out this game? How have they been playing?
Yes, I think that they will. We had a great game over the weekend. Everybody was excited, and they're improving, and so we're excited for tonight and for the weekend coming.
We'll have a full recap of the Trevecca Nazarene game on next week's show and on our Facebook page. Up next for the Falcons is a game against Miles College Thursday the 28th. The game will be held at historic Rickwood Field at noon, so be sure to go out and support your Falcons. Montevallo will then travel to face Young Harris in a 3-game series on March 2nd and 3rd.
Now it's time to highlight our Falcon Fever Player of the Week.
Falcon Fever correspondent Jolynn Hanna joins us at the desk to introduce us to this week's featured athlete. Hey, Jolynn.
Hi, Michael and Chloe. This week, our featured player is from number 36 from the baseball team. Vinny Rodriguez has been with the Falcons for the past 2 seasons. A Birmingham native, he's in his sophomore year here at University of Montevallo, where he is a Spanish major. Vinny is a graduate of Shades Valley High School.
What are your goals for the season?
My goals for the season is just to have a good season, but the reason for that is so I can help out the team any way I can.
Now, you guys seem like you're a really, really close-knit team. How does that help you out here on the field?
It helps us out here on the field because good team chemistry is important to winning. But I think it also is really important when things are not going the way that you want them to go.
You missed the season opener due to injury. What kind of injury was that, and how are you doing now?
It was a mild concussion. I was only out for a couple days, but one of those days was the season opener, so everything's fine now, though.
And you've been hitting a lot of home runs this season. Tell me about that.
I mean, it's a good feeling. It has to do with just putting a good swing on the ball. I'm not trying to go up there and hit home runs. It's just all about your approach.
Is it hard as a student athlete to keep up academically?
No, it's not hard. If you just do what you're supposed to do, you'll be fine. School is just a matter of your work ethic, not necessarily your intelligence.
Thank you, Vinny Rodriguez, our Falcon Fever featured athlete.
Good luck to Vinny and the rest of the baseball team. If you would like to suggest an athlete for Falcon Fever Player of the Week, you can contact us through the Falcon Fever Facebook page or Twitter. You can also leave a comment on our YouTube channel, Montevallo for You.
Thanks, Jolynn. Switching gears from the diamond to the greens. The women's golf team finished in a tie for 7th place in team standings at the TSYS Collegiate Classic Tournament February 26th at Columbus Country Club. Montevallo, which finished in a tie with North Greenville University, came in 22 strokes behind tournament winner Lander University. Sophomore Ashley Beck led the Falcons in the tournament, finishing in a tie for 3rd overall in individual standings. Beck was named to the all-tournament team. The Falcons returned to action March 11th and 12th at the University of West Georgia Invitational Tournament at Sunset Hills Country Club in Carrollton, Georgia. The women's tennis team has been back in action since our last show. The women pulled in 2 non-conference wins last weekend. Montevallo defeated host Clark Atlanta 6-2. Nikki Polsarova won 6-0 in the number 1 singles match. The number 5 singles match between Lauren Blair and Asia Boyd of Clark Atlanta was suspended due to the Falcons having already clinched the match. The Falcons defeated West Georgia 9-0. The women won all 6 singles matches and all 3 doubles matches. The tennis team will return to action this weekend with 2 PBC conference matches. Montevallo will host Georgia College on March 2nd at 10 a.m. and Augusta State University on March 3rd at 11 a.m. The Falcons will host non-conference UAH on March 5th at 2:30 p.m. Let's head indoors to the hardwoods, where basketball's regular season is wrapping up.
Basketball correspondent Dan Cook joins us now to break down the action. How's it going, Dan?
Hey, how you guys doing?
Doing pretty well.
You know, the men's basketball team traveled to Georgia College Saturday to face the Bobcats. The Falcons shot 76.5% from the free throw line en route to a 66-52 victory. Montevallo was led by Drico Hightower as he put up 24 points and 7 boards. Taylor Beverly led the women to a win over Georgia College as well, scoring 19 points and collecting 7 rebounds. Like the men, great execution from the charity stripe was a vital component in the 50-43 win.
The doubleheader against Young Harris tips off this Saturday at 1:30 in Trustmark Arena. Be sure to come out as the university honors the seniors on both teams before their last home games in purple and gold.
This brings us to our Falcon Fever Fan of the Week.
This week's featured fan is Sierra Barder. Sierra is a mass comm major here at UM. She's helped out with our show as a soccer correspondent and is the vice president of our National Broadcasting Society chapter. Thanks for all you do, Sierra. Remember, you can get more Falcon Fever on YouTube through social media.
You can watch current and past episodes of Falcon Fever on the Masscom YouTube channel. Just search for Montevallo for you.
And be sure to add us as a friend on Facebook. There you'll find links to sports stories throughout the week and live updates from the games. You can also leave a comment, talk about recent games, or give a shout out to your favorite UM athlete.
You can also follow us on Twitter. Just search for UM Falcon Fever, and if you do leave us a comment, Facebook or Twitter, we might feature it on next week's show.
And last but not least, you can get extended UM sports coverage on MontevalloFalcons.com. There you can find team rosters, live stats, pictures, and more. Well, that's all the time we have for this week's show.
Be sure to tune in again next time. We'll see you then.